What is up, guys? Happy Saturday, and damn, we are in a big rush. We found a flip on the other side of town, BMW Z4. Let's go and take a look. It is cheap, 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 cheap. So it is official. We have picked up our newest flip. Let's go take a look at it. 2003 BMW Z4 Roadster, 6-speed manual that's not running, but I think I know what it is. Let's take a look. Now the body looks in good shape. The tires are not that bad. It has drilled and slotted rotors. If we look over here on the engine, we got a Megan Racing stabilizer bar. The engine doesn't look in bad condition. It looks all stock. Doesn't look like it's been messed with at all. I checked the oil looks good. And then we make our way down here. Like I said, body straight. Gotta fix the convertible top. The convertible top is not working. And then we just take a look. We got a custom racing seat right here. And it's manual. It's got about 192,000 miles on it. Definitely needs some cleaning. Over here, if we take a look. So the car is straight pipe. He even gave me a Rockford Fosgate amplifier. I wonder if this is the reason that the car doesn't start. I wonder if it shorted something on the battery because we're running the power. It might have hit our safety switch over here, and this could be our issue, is a bad safety switch.
Now a new day, and I am super pumped. Today I'm going to try to figure out what is wrong with our Z4. Now previous information from the owner literally stopped running. So I believe it's an electrical issue. So let's go take a look at the car. Now on BMWs, there are two fuse boxes located in the car. The first one we want to start at is the one in the trunk. You're gonna pop the trunk, boom, and it's under this guy right here. And there's our amp. You guys see, we got the battery, and here is the fuse box that we want to test. Right here. This is our fusible links. We want to see if this is getting power, and if it is, then we go to the fuse box in the glove box.
Right here is we put the negative over here, and we're checking our powers here. So we have 12 volts right here. We have 12 volts right here. Then after our main fuse block, we have another 12 volts. So we have constant power. Same thing with these. These are all getting constant power. So we have constant power in the trunk, and that should be close to enough. The car should fire up. So time to look on the inside.
All right. Now, this isn't your usual process to get to this fuse box, but when you're 6'4" like myself, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now the fuse box is located in the glove box, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the leads on a ground. I'm testing the main fuses right here. You see it on the multimeter? Should be showing me 12 volts.
Do it again?
No.
Okay, now 1252.
Boom. So we have power.
It has now been a week since I've worked on the Z4, and I'm pretty sure I've figured out what the issue is. This guy right here. This is called an ignition steering lock, and these go bad. Steering wheel won't unlock, and you can't go to accessory mode. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Let's get started. Take out your ignition with just a paper clip. This hole right here is you wanna put your key in, and you wanna stick this paper clip
Turn the key until you feel the lock disengage the mechanism. Here is a close-up of the lock mechanism. You can see how the paperclip holds the pin in.
Here is the reason this is not working. We have the cylinder out. If I turn the key, this should unlock the steering wheel. But no matter what I do, it does not. And that is why we don't have power. So we're gonna replace this guy. We have the power disconnected to the battery.
Now that we've discovered what the issue is on our car, or what I believe to be the issue, now I need to take apart this whole steering wheel to get to our lock.
And there's supposed to be a pin that you press down. I think I felt it. There we go. And there's one on the other side. What we did is we took 27mm Torx and pushed it in here. It releases the airbag. Put this in the hole here, and there's a clip. There we go. Get a pick tool under here, pop up our piece, and disconnect it. Do it with the second one, lift it up and pull it out. Our airbag is out. You can see the action. Here's the 20 Torx, and it goes in here and you hit. See that? That is your clip that you gotta hit on both sides, and that disconnects your airbag. Pull this little clip. Make sure you mark or take a picture exact alignment of the steering wheel when you put it back in. Get this steering wheel off. 16mm, and I already broke it loose. Pay attention to the mark right here. Factory mark lines up with the shaft on the steering wheel. Super important. Pull carefully. Our steering wheel is off. There is small Phillips right here at the top. Boom. Come in here with a trim tool. Separate this trim piece back here. There we go. Pull this piece out of here. So it is a T25, and remove the 4. Disconnect these wires on the back side. Our hammer and chisel. Now, when we have the steering column taken apart, we're going to have to remove what's called shear bolts. Now, these are supposed to be a one-time only use, and they're used to keep car thieves from stealing your car. Take this piece and pop it out and pull out your wires underneath. Loosen the 2 retaining screws and pull out the ignition switch. There's your ignition switch. Put it back in. You gotta line this piece up with the peg. It's straight up right now. Tighten your screws and you're good to go. Snap ring pliers. Get it in these grooves here. Woo. Snap ring is out. Take a screwdriver and wedge it in here. Compare your lock, make sure everything is identical. Hammer out the old steering shaft. There we go. Install the new one on here. Fits on perfectly. Hooked everything up just temporarily. If I take this screwdriver and put it in the ignition, you guys see over here, turn, watch my lock mechanism. Woo! It's working. Take the steering shaft, make sure this piece is lined up at the bottom, because see how it marks your steering wheel. My steering mark is, and now gently tap the steering shaft. Put our clip in here, fit our steering wheel. We're gonna make sure that our lock mechanism is lined up. Push on like this. Remove this paper clip. There we go. And now we have ignition. Here's the moment of truth. Let's see here. Oh, we got fucking power. Ah! Yeah, boy.
Add Maddie. Did it again.
Fuck yeah. Here we got power windows.
Before we can take our Project Z4 on its first test drive, we must put everything back together. I went ahead and purchased 4 brand new shear bolts from the BMW dealership. I recommend purchasing a few extras just in case you mess up. When you are sure the ignition switch is completely lined up, go ahead and tighten the bolts until the tops break off. Reinstall the ignition switch and tighten the 2 mounting screws. Reconnect the main connector, press it in to lock it. Make sure to connect the small plug back into the ignition switch or the car will not start. Install your turn signal assembly. Make sure to connect all plugs in the order they were removed. Don't forget the small plug on the bottom of the assembly. Install the mounting screws. Carefully wiggle the top cover back into place. Press down firmly with the trim tool to reattach the snaps on our leather. Replace the mounting screw on top of the column. Make sure steering shaft is completely lined up with the steering wheel mark. Reinstall the bolt until it lines up with our previous mark. Press our little top connector back in its hole. Reconnect our airbag. Press down firmly to lock in place. After a quick install of the bottom panel, it looks like our car is ready for its first test drive. Or maybe it's not quite ready yet. After a quick inspection, found the bumper rubbing on the tire. Definitely going to have to replace these bumper snaps. All in all, I'm super happy with this build so far. It's only taken 2 weeks to get it running, and we have fixed this car and got it driving for a total of $65.